Breaking news. U.S. Jewish support for Israel is fractured as the death toll in Gaza rises. Now that it's been a month since Hamas's attacks on Israel sparked a violent retaliation in Gaza, many of Israel's supporters are drawing a clear line between friends and foes in response to criticism of the country's military offensive. The goal of the Z3 conference being held in Palo Alto is to strengthen ties between Jewish communities in the United States and Israel. The events of October 7 necessitated a rescheduling of the conference scheduled for this coming Sunday. Several hundred Jewish supporters of Israel heard from a variety of speakers, but the most moving moments came when those who had family members abducted spoke. At the Israeli Music Festival, Hamas kidnapped and are still holding one man's daughter. "She and all the hostages deserve to be free," he told the crowd. "And I ask you here to support the families, support Israel and make sure that they're free." As the battle for public support rages on, Israel has been pilloried by Palestinians in the U.S. who accuse the state of wantonly killing civilians in Gaza in their pursuit of Hamas. Many American Jews, like Sarah Norman, who are outraged by the situation in Gaza, travel to San Francisco for weekly protests. "Israel is not Judaism," she emphasized. "I'm a practicing Jew and I believe in God. Not a country or a state. Israel is a sovereign nation. Those are two distinct concepts, and the distinction is often misunderstood." Down by the water's edge. Palestine will be liberated. Those who support Israel are persuaded by the rhetoric they hear and see at the rallies, which calls for the complete destruction of Jews and the State of Israel rather than merely an end to the violence in Gaza. It's fine to criticize Israeli government decisions, but there's an underlying current of Jew hatred in recent protests, according to Dr. Samantha Vanacore-Meinrath, who hosted a workshop on anti-Semitism at the Z3 conference. "It's not cool to say, 'I don't like Jews.' Nowadays, it's cool to publicly declare, 'I'm against Israel.' And if Israel can stand in for Jew, then anti-Semitism can be anti-Zionism, and we can become far too accustomed to that distinction," she added. Avia is a young woman from Israel who is currently studying in Palo Alto as an exchange student. According to her, anti-Semitism is implicit in any criticism of Israel. "They can't just say, 'Oh, we're just criticizing Israel and not declaring war against Jews.' The opposite is true. If you declare war on Israel, even virtually, you've declared war on Jews everywhere." Clara Pinsky, speaking at a Palestinian rally on Saturday in San Francisco, said that she and other American Jews have felt pressure to have allegiance to Israel from a young age. "I don't think it's fair to equate criticism of the Israeli government with anti-Semitism." Pinsky argued that supporting Palestine did not imply animosity toward Jews. "I'm very proud to be a Jewish person who has, for many years, stood up against the occupation and certainly stand up against this genocide that's happening." At the conclusion of the conference, Jonathan Warnick debunked that theory. "Just like we have crazy uncles in the family on any subject, we have crazy members of the Jewish community who want to side with the terrorists," according to him. However, Israel is once again under attack as even some members of the American Jewish community have broken ranks. "It's hellish right now to be pro-Israel or just a Jew in the world," said Warnick. "Yet again, we never thought it would be the case, but it is hellish to be a Jew.